Hi Libra, welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for September 2019. This month begins with a lot of activity in Virgo, which is your 12th house right here. And over the course of the month, that's all going to shift into Libra, your sign, because it's getting on birthday time for you, Libra. I think you're going to really enjoy the feel of this month. Julia, did you have something to say about the activity of Mercury this month for Libra?
Oh, yeah, I sure do. So, Libra, Mercury is going to start in your 12th house for the first half of the month while it's going through Virgo. And the 12th house is a very isolated place out of all of the houses in the zodiac. It rules things like monasteries and prisons and asylums and hospitals. So it rules places where you have to sort of leave society for a little while. And Mercury is going to be doing that for you for the first half of the month. Since it's the planet of communication and thought, it's a very mental planet. This means that you might do your best thinking when you're on your own this month, and some of the revelations and some of the great ideas and strategies you might come up with, you may be more inclined to keep to yourself.
Hey
The 12th
Julia,
house.
hey Julia, you're not telling all the Libras of the world that they're going to go to prison or to an asylum
Oh
this
no!
month, are you?
I hope it wasn't coming off that way. No, what I'm telling the Libras of the world is that, Mercury is actually moving really, really fast too, and it's going to be having a greater epiphany day on the 2nd. So it's actually a really good time for getting a lot of thinking done, but thoughts which you actually kind of need to be on your own for, instead of stuff that you might want to communicate with a partner or with friends or something like that, because you are a very social sign, being a Libra rising and Libra sun. The 12th house also has a very ethereal vibe to it too, so your ideas might be kind of more on those types of subjects, and it's a good time to sort of clear out any mental baggage that you might have. And the 12th house can also represent sort of the more subconscious places in the chart, so messages might be coming to you from deep into your subconscious, maybe even through your dream states too. So have a notebook by the side of your bed and jot down any great revelations that might be coming. And then for the second half of the month, Mercury is going to be moving into your first house of self. So that's going to be a great time for, right after you've done all of that thinking on your own, to go back out into the world and start expressing your ideas to people. And you might be a little extra articulate yourself in your own self-expression during that time. So, Natha, how about Venus and Mars? You got some things for us?
Yeah. Hi, Libra. Let's talk first about Venus. And Venus is your planet. Venus is your ruling planet. And Venus is about beauty. It's about relationship. It's going to start off the month. It's going to be in the 12th house for you. And a little bit like what Julia was saying is that it is a time to be a little bit more quiet and introspective. And that's going to be it's going to be a good thing for you, because on the 14th, it's going to cross over the ascendant, over the rising, and come right into your first house. This is a lovely placement for you. It makes you more visible. It makes you more beautiful and more aesthetic. If it's possible to even be more of those things, it will be this month. And, I think the advice is that you're going to be extra relatable to other people. You will relate to other people as well, and use good judgment about who you're relating to. And balance is one of the Libra keywords, so know that it's a good month to practice balance. And we have Mars, which is going to be in your 12th all month. So we have something really cool called Heroic Epiphany Day that's happening on September 3rd. Heroic Epiphany Day is when Mars comes into connection with the sun, and it's a really powerful day. So what I would say for you is it's a great day to act on your intuition. Like Julia mentioned, being open to messages that are coming through the airwaves, whatever kind of airwaves, whether you're hearing songs that have messages, or you're, scrolling through your feed and seeing the same thing a few times, that's a message, and know that it is a great day to really act on that. And also, while Mars is going to be in your 12th house all month, it's a good month for working on your own. But also, don't neglect your passion and your drive, because that can happen in the 12th house. Things can get a little murky, but you can still be kind of pushing through behind the scenes. I think that's it. And I know Jamie has more for you. So Jamie, want to take the mic?
Yeah. There are a couple of lunations going on this month. There is a harvest moon happening on the 13th, and it'll be in Pisces right over here with Neptune in your 6th house, Libra, and opposite a Sun and Mars in Virgo in the 12th house. So this is going to play off of some of that Mars stuff that Natha was talking about, where it might feel a little confusing, and it might be, in general, a little hard to take action and feel clarity on what you're doing, except for two occasions. One of them is around Heroic Epiphany Day, which, as Natha mentioned, is the 3rd of the month. But also, I think that this harvest moon is a wonderful time to just deliberately take a break from the stressors of the world, to stop spinning your wheels, stop efforting, and just engage in a little healthy self-care. And that has a lot to do with this moon and Neptune being in your 6th house of health and service. And so go get some nice services, maybe at a spa or something like that, and indulge yourself in a little R&R right around that harvest moon. So the 12th, 13th, and 14th would be the best day for that. There's also the next thing that comes along in the month is that Saturn is going to turn direct on the 18th. And Saturn has, as you can see right here, has been traveling along retrograde for several months. And there it is stationing, and here continuing to station and turning direct. When that little red RX goes away, we know that Saturn is direct. Now, Saturn is about the work of life that we have to do, and it's in your 4th house, and it's spending a couple of years there. But when Saturn is retrograde, as it has been, you might feel like you're putting in the work but not really getting the results. And the 4th house has to do with home and family, domestic life, heritage, and roots. So you might even, for about 2.5 years, be feeling like home is not the most comfortable place. Like it's someplace where you've got to be strong and you can't afford to really relax and be weak. So when Saturn goes direct, then the effort that you put in to make your home a nicer place, a more relaxing place to be, will begin to pay off. So if you have been tearing down drywall, remodeling the bathroom, and it's been uncomfortable around your place this year, then I would say that, especially if there have been any hitches in any home construction projects, that should start to sort itself out after Saturn turns direct on the 18th. Now, a little bit later, we have the final pass of a really important transit that's been going on for most of the year, and that is Jupiter square Neptune. Now, my favorite sort of catchphrase for this transit is mass delusion, because neither of these planets is really equipped to stop the other one from expanding. Jupiter is loaded with hope, optimism, buoyancy. Jupiter is the Pollyanna of the zodiac, who will see things positively, even when that's obviously not the case. Neptune is very ungrounded, very dreamy, very imaginative, and can cast a rosy tint over things in life. And so the two of these, by square, have created a about 8-month time period in which there's just a tendency for anybody who is already prone to it to become outright deluded about the viability of some idea that they're holding. So it's been a year in which it's especially important to stay grounded, stay practical, and hold on to what you know is true. And fortunately, this is the final pass of this transit, and it will be, completely out of the zone by next month. And And I think that that's really going to be something of a relief. Now, a little bit later in the month, the 28th, really getting towards the end of the month, we have got the final lunation of this month, and that is a new moon in Libra right here in your first house, Libra. So this is really just a wonderful reminder that it's time for your annual birthday reading. It's time to celebrate yourself. It's time to indulge yourself. It's time to figure out what is your upcoming year all about? What are the themes of your upcoming year? And what kinds of New Year's resolutions, for your personal New Year are the right ones that are actually fulfillable? So you can set yourself up to hit the ground running and win this year. And so Libra is coming. If you're a sun in Libra, your birthday is coming. If you're a Libra rising, then I would just say that this new moon is going to be a wonderful burst of warm social, emotional intelligence and vibrancy. And I think it's going to make you extra relatable and plant some seeds for relationships that are coming in as the month moves forward and as Libra moves forward. So that's what we have for you this month, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. Look for next month's horoscope on our YouTube channel in the playlists, and we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.